Yo, what's good, family? The Sports Snob is back, y'all. It's been a minute. Peace to my family. Shout out to Red G's. Shout out to the one and only Master Spinner. Word. Shout out to Steve Mendez. Shout out to May 4th. Yo, shout out to all of y'all. My man Blockchain Boy. My man OG Audio. Appreciate all of y'all, man. Knicks Nation. What's good? Sun is home. Been a minute. You see, I got my blue on. I got my colors on, y'all. Time to fall back because y'all know me. I like to deal with the facts, and there was too much speculation going on, man. I was pretty annoyed by it, man. And a lot of that they were suggesting for the Knicks to do, man, I really didn't agree with. I knew it wasn't real, wasn't really tangible, but it's part of the landscape when you're a Knicks fan. You know, it's part of being over here I'm trying to catch up with the chat. Yo, technology is geeking on me today, y'all. It's bugging. So I'm back, yo. I'm back. Damn, my mic is acting up, y'all. Sound better? Let me know. Word. Yo, I'm really happy with where the Knicks are, y'all. If you've been watching my video, what I was asking for, and I am glad to be back. Thank you. Like I said, I had to take a break because there was too much guessing going on, and I don't like to guess too much. I feel like there was a lot for us to talk about. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm copping an Obi Toppin jersey ASAP. I just was trying to order one. Them shits are still in double zeros. He picked his number. Number's number one. Yo, I don't know what's up with my speaker, y'all. With my mic. Let me see, man. Let me know if that's better. Let me know if it sounds better, y'all. Word. Nah. Wow, I don't know what it could be. Hold on. Can y'all hear me without this mic? Nah, I got a delayed reaction. Oh, what the hell is going on? Yo, YouTube is doing me dirty, y'all. That sound better? That's crazy. When I plugged the mic up, the camera caught back to real time. When I unplugged the mic, it was a delayed reaction on my end anyway. It's because YouTube be shitting on niggas. But anyway, I'm going to try to continue on with what I was talking about. Excuse me. And to all my team, to all my family, this blunt's for you. Especially in celebration of the direction the Knicks are heading. But before I get into the Knicks, real quick, y'all. So I'm worried about Roy Jones right now. That's kind of why I'm doing this shit too, because I don't even want to think about what's about to happen to Roy. I don't know, man. I heard a lot of crazy shit. I even heard, I don't know if y'all seen Faison Love did a video or interview, and he was saying that he think the fight is fixed, and he think that Roy Jones is going to beat Mike Tyson. I doubt that, man. I don't think Mike Tyson is trying to throw no fight. Word. Maybe he might cheat, bite the ear, or throw a forearm, but I don't know about. Nah, if he get knocked out, it's gonna be because Roy earned it. That's just my opinion, and I'm sticking to that. His son comes home, Obi Toppin, one of New York's own, finally gets drafted. We get to draft a lottery pick a high, top tier, quality player that's from New York. We have missed out on so many players. I think the last dude that we drafted that was actually from New York, well, or had family ties to New York, was Channing Frye. I don't think we drafted anybody that was a true New Yorker in a long time, y'all. Serious, man. I'm talking about since like the Ross Strickland, Mark Jackson days. Those might be the last two dudes that was really from the city that we drafted. So Brooklyn born Obi Toppin is home. And I'm glad to have him. Y'all know if y'all been watching my videos, that's who I really wanted. I didn't think we could get him. I didn't think Obi would be available, but I told you if he was there, then let's take him. I'm sorry, I'm reading the comments over here and I gotta laugh because Splint, yo, you wildin', son. It's true though. Roy gonna get put to sleep tonight, man. And it breaks my heart because Roy Jones is my favorite boxer. In my heart, I do believe he's the greatest boxer of all time. But by him continuing to take on these fights that only tarnish his legacy, I don't know why he's doing it. If he's a fighter, he can't help himself. I mean, Joe Louis did it. A lot of them do it, man. They fight to their old men. I mean, I like the idea, man, of the Legends League that Mike Tyson was talking about. Now, I think it's about to come on. Yeah, but Mike Tyson, damn, this shit is delayed, man. Mike Tyson was talking about a Legends League, man. And I think that'd be dope. I like to see like Shannon Briggs, Evander Holyfield, man, Riddick Bowe could get back in shape. There's a few dudes, yo, that would be fire. That would be fire. Let the Klitschko's come out of retirement. Word, that would be fire. That'd be entertaining. Like straight up, no headgear, none of that sucker shit. Real boxing matches, knockouts, all that, stoppages, all of that. Keep it 100. That's what they do, man. They warriors, so I'm cool with that. So, my fault, y'all. I think it's playing, y'all. Paramedics is on the ring side. We know this, baby. We know this. Yo, shout out to Big Gang. I don't know if y'all know this, but the boy let me grow a little bit. I'm undecided. But right now, I've been letting it grow. Let the wisdom shine. You know what I mean? Sprint said defibrillators on deck. Seriously, man. It's been a while, man. And I miss y'all, man. I really do. We got to talk about Emmanuel quickly, man. Do y'all see? Do you see how Dion? Do you see how Leon Rose is moving? Do you see how he's taking players and flipping them like drugs? And yo, Leon Rose is nice with it. 27th pick and the 38th pick into the 23rd pick. Then he traded for a player and got another pick with the player, and he gave up some bread. Yo, I mean, just how he turned. What's that kid that he caught? Was it Evans? I forgot what dude that he signed and then traded him and got but when he traded for Duke, he got a draft pick and then he traded homeboy for two. Like, who does that? The Knicks don't do that. Like, we doing big things, y'all. Big things. And I'm happy right now. This is the direction we needed to go in. On the low, y'all, not for nothing. I didn't want to say nothing during the draft because, I ain't trying to, like, get no extra credit or nothing. But now that the draft is over and everything is what it is, I want to give a shout-out to my cousin, Devin Vassell, for making it to the San Antonio Spurs. Yes, that's my cousin. I wasn't trying to say nothing because that's his shine. That's not mine. And I wasn't trying to, get any credit or shine off of his back. You know, this is his thing right here. You know what I mean? There goes Sosa. Y'all hear him, right? I'm about to blast him. I'm about to get the belt. He be wilding. He always do this when I'm filming. But anyway, y'all, yeah, my man Sly Sosa, that's my cat. His name is Sly Sosa. In case you didn't know, that's part of the team too. He's annoying, but he's a part of my team. Yeah, so I just wanted to give a shout out to Dev real quick. And I'm very, very proud, and I'm very sure my family, they proud, all my aunts, my pops, is proud. And you know, I wish him luck. It's a great opportunity for him, and I hope he does everything that's in his own best interest, and he's successful and he has a great career. Um, Word, cuz shout out, man, love, man, for real. I'm not gonna lie, even though you know I didn't get up, you know, I did kind of hope that the Knicks draft him. I hope that they picked him, but when Obi Toppin was available, bro, not for nothing. As a Knicks fan, I'm gonna keep it 100 stacked, y'all. That's how much I love the Knicks. That I wanted the best players that I think that we could get, and there's a few guys that I did mention, and I told y'all about, but on the low, I didn't tell y'all, but I really was hoping that it was Dev or Obi. So we got one of the players that I really wanted. Now, Manuel quickly was a pleasant surprise. I didn't talk about him or even have him on the radar for the Knicks to pick him because I didn't think he was a possibility. I really didn't. But the way Leon Rose finessed his movements and made it possible to move up in the draft to take those two picks and make them better picks because I believe he got the 23rd and like the 33rd pick or some shit. Like I said, when he maneuvered how he maneuvered, he did some things. But we traded off that last pick. We picked that pick for someone. But we have enough people on our roster. Like, yo, right now, I wrote down the roster and I'm looking at the roster right now and I'm like, yo, we got 18 cats on our roster right now. And people are still talking about trading for Westbrook. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Even though I've been crying for them to trade Julius Randle, I've been bitching and moaning like most of us. The reality is that right now, there's nothing wrong with Leon Rose standing pat and seeing what Tom Thibodeau does with what he has right now before he moves forward. Because like I kept saying all this time, we're not winning the championship this year. We need to move to the next level and start playing good basketball consistently right now. So right now we need to get a culture established, and it would be nice to get. I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to get Westbrook, but that's the guy that I wouldn't mind getting in a way because I do want to start winning now. And I want these young guys to know how to win, and they need to learn how to be around an alpha that knows how to be successful in the NBA. And right now, we got a lot of good players with talent and potential, but nobody's an alpha or the leader. And I don't think that is fair to try to put all of that burden on RJ Barrett and Mitchell Robinson and the rest of the young guys because they're young. And, you know, they'll grow into that position when it's time. You know what I mean? Right now, right. Sprint, you are exactly right. We have a lot of role players, but we do have a core. And that's exactly what I think he needs to do. Solidify his core, get the players in a certain rotation and figure out who goes where and who's going to do what. And we put in the big dog when it's time. When it's time, Leon Rose will know when to pull the trigger and on who to pull the trigger. So I'm real confident finally that I don't have to defend anything and y'all can stop blaming Dolan and stop all this other crazy nonsense. You don't know what's going on. You know, let the professionals do their job, man. And so far, so good. I was looking at the roster, right? And we kept Reggie Bullock, which is cool because we need shooters. So we got Iggy, we got Bullock, We know that who else could shoot, man? Of course, we know quickly could shoot, but I mean, right now I feel like Iggy and Bullock, Alec Burks, those guys will probably be the dudes that we look for as far as shooting goes right now. What and we will hope that we get sprinkles from Frank and Knox. Guys like Theo Pinson, a lot of very good defensive players. That's what I noticed. That we got a lot of players that are athletic, they have IQ, and they play defense. Right, but you're 100% right. We are back from the dead. And right, I think that this is the process we need towards embracing the superstar. We taking the right steps, and it's going to happen. Like I said, if Russell Westbrook comes, it's not a bad thing, because right now, as we can see, we have enough pieces that we can give up where we don't have to worry about damaging the core, losing any of our youth, and we accumulating assets like draft players with them, or we can use them when we making deals. So we are in like the best position like the Knicks ever been in since I was a kid, man, since Pat Riley days. Smith Jr., Kevin Knox, and Frank. Because those are the three players that stay in doghouse for everybody. We gotta chill, bro. We gotta chill and see what these guys are gonna become. Instead of making a mistake like we always do, we lose patience. We expect players to develop their first, second year. Everybody's not the same. Everybody doesn't come in the league, on fire. Some people it takes time. Sometimes it's a snowball effect. You know what I mean? Instead of a shooting star. I know that they don't go together, but it's the truth. Some niggas come in blazing, and some niggas it's like an avalanche. It starts off small, then that shit builds up, and the next thing you know, like Giannis and a few other players do. Harden, you see the potential, and little by little, as time goes by, it just builds up, and gets more and more elite and unstoppable. You know? So let's see what happens with that, y'all. Because I think that Kevin Knox, I think that this year or next year, we might see a lot of improvement and a lot of change. I think Kevin Knox was thinking too much. And I think now he's probably going to be more comfortable. He's been in the league a few years now. Um, it can't get any worse as far as reputation goes. So I don't think, as far as pressure, I don't think there is any, because I look at our roster and they didn't get anybody to literally replace. Yeah, I explained. Peace. I love you, baby. I see you about to go eat. They didn't get anybody to kind of replace Kevin Knox. They brought people in there that I guess will play with him. Another good signing that we did the other day. I think that's a guy that can help Kevin Knox become a better player on the floor. You got guys like Theo Pinson. You got Austin Rivers who can bring some leadership. I'm really liking where we at, man. I really like all the moves that we made. I like our financial position. We have money. If someone is available that we are interested in, we could go and get them. And that's cool. I'm not stuck on we got to get Giannis or Harden or. I feel like right now we in a good time because there's going to be a lot of rising stars. We saw that with Murray and a couple of other guys. We saw that with Tyler Hero. Like we saw that there's a lot more potential hidden out there right now because the changing of the guard is kind of happening. It's a new wave in the NBA. You see Jimmy Butler got his little crew round up. LeBron is still the man, but that's starting to fade out. LeBron's time is almost up. And so you see them trying to pass the crown to AD, but, I don't know what type of player AD is. I can't say he's that dude. I can't say that he's that guy that he wants to dominate the league. We see Giannis trying to do it, and he don't have the skill set completely. He is highly skilled in many areas, but he's lacking in some, and so that's why he's how do I say it? His reign probably won't last forever if the right guys come along. So I'm interested to see, like, in the next 2 years, what happens. You got guys like Trey Young, you got guys like what's my boy from Utah? Donovan Mitchell. You got Donovan Mitchell. You saw what the Suns just did, getting Chris Paul. You still got the young boys that came in the league. You got Zion over there with Lonzo. We got some players, man. We got some new blood. We got some new things happening. Even the Knicks built a good, solid defensive team that's gonna force teams to play hard. We're gonna be a hard playing team. You can see it with the. I'm looking because I got the roster right there, and just looking at our roster, like, it's a decent roster. It's not a bunch of little kids, and we don't know. There's players there that we know what they can do. And that's what I think that they're aiming for. Pardon me, y'all. I didn't mean to take a pause, but I had to read Master Sprint's comment. And, you know, it's funny because, Sprint, you made a great comment right there. If the team turns out to be immediate superstars, well, it won't be immediate, but this is what I think the process is. I think right now we're going to build them up and we're going to see who is the superstar. I think that that's what we're aiming towards, exactly what you're saying. Like, build up 3 or 4 guys together that will be great together. And, we in a good position to do that. Like I said, you got Obi, you got Quickly, you got RJ Barrett. Those 3 guys right there with Mitchell Robinson. That's 4 right there. That's 4 guys right there on top of whatever else you could get out of Knox, Frank, and then the veterans that come on top of that. So, yeah. Yo, Red, the Giants, man. The Giants are having a crazy season. They could win the division. I'm not sure what's the situation right now at this moment because I didn't check the paper to see. But as bad as the Giants were playing or look, they still have some type of hope this season. So I'm going to get back on the Giants. I'm going to probably make a video about the Giants because I haven't been giving them a lot of attention because, basketball, it's been like all year round. It's been really taking up a lot of the spotlight and time, especially for me. Like, the Knicks been on the radar like crazy. So the Giants kind of took a back seat. I'm very happy with the fact that we're playing competent, even though we don't have Saquon, but we know not to get our hopes too high with the Giants right now, but it's good to see that some of the things that we needed, like the line, is starting to come together. Some of the things that's going to take time, you're starting to see it at least head in the right direction. So let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens with the Giants, man. So the Knicks, they signed a few players that are really defensively sound players. On top of the players, like Reggie Bullock was already a very good defensive player. The problem was that he wasn't scoring. Oh shit, we got 19 players, y'all. I forgot about Alpha Payton. We got Alpha Payton too. So, which we gotta be realistic. Yeah, Alpha Payton was another one that was pissing me off. Like, he only knew that the only person he could see on the floor was the coaching staff and what was being asked of them. There's dynamics we don't know about. We know Tibbs ain't having that. So all of that 2-on-2 basketball that Alpha Payton was playing with Randall, Tibbs is gonna probably make sure that Alpha Payton, I'm guaranteeing y'all that Alpha Payton is gonna be a better distributor when it comes to the team. He's gonna definitely get more people involved this season than he did last year. I'm certain of that. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Spin, about the Giants. We could actually win our division with a 6-10 record, right? That's what's crazy. That's what I was just answering there. Like, I'm not really sure what's going to happen. I got to see who we play tomorrow. But tomorrow is we'll find out. I believe that's the game that lets us. I don't know. We might win our division. If we win our division, that would be crazy. Like I said, I'm not gonna get my hopes up because the in the NFL right now, you got teams like the Giants that's finding their way, but you got that upper echelon of teams in the NFL that you know for a fact we know who's probably gonna win the Super Bowl or who will be playing. So geez, man, your question is a good question. LaMelo and Jordan, good or bad? Yeah, I gotta be honest with you. If if that situation, if LaMelo Ball, his father, because I don't think that he will mess that up and not utilize the time that he's gonna have to learn from the greatest player to ever play the game, then those niggas are beyond narcissistic. They crazy because this is a great opportunity. This is an awesome opportunity for this kid. And I gotta be honest, that was smart to me. I don't think that it was a bad idea for them to sign Gordon Hayward and give him that money and let Gordon Hayward be that go-to guy that LaMelo gives the ball to because Gordon Hayward can shoot. He can do other things too. Gordon Hayward can play ball. He hasn't been healthy, we know that. But right now, they're not going to win a championship. But if he can help LaMelo Ball learn how to be a productive player, right now, what Jordan did with Charlotte, they got Terry Rozier, you got LaMelo, and you got Gordon. All right. So that's three players right there that, yo, you don't know what can happen. Rozier's not old. He's a veteran now. He's been around for a few years. And we know Gordon is not going to last, but that will give Rozier and LaMelo enough time to build something together. If they're going to play them, Jordan could see if he's going to play them together. Man, there's a lot of possibilities, man, with that, man. They got a nice team in Charlotte, man. They had drafted that the kid that I like that I wanted the Knicks to get, Miles Bridges. He's on that team. LaMelo's gonna be throwing mad oops and shit to him. The Jordan just gave Gordon Hayward 4 years. So I think that right now, Charlotte is gonna be popping. They're gonna have an exciting team, and Jordan is gonna make money selling tickets in his arena. And that's the bottom line. The reality is, it's always about making bread. And Mike is doing the right thing to make bread. He got the team is finally going in the right direction. I don't care what people try to say to make it look bad because every move that every team makes, there's somebody in the media that finds something wrong with it. So this is why you can't listen to that shit because that's what these people get paid to do. They gotta have something to write about, something to talk about. The reality is, though, on some basketball shit, that was very smart for them to put LaMelo Ball when he already has Terry Rozier that he could play with up top, and now you got like I said, Gordon Hayward as a scorer. Word, yo, Gordon Hayward definitely can ball. So right now, I think that Charlotte is like they just like the Knicks. They're in the same position. They trying to create a culture now. Now Kimba's gone, but he lost Kimba and gained the nucleus. And Splint, you right. Yo, Charlotte is gonna be running. They're gonna be running. They're gonna be throwing oops. It's gonna be a nice little show out there. LaMelo's gonna do his thing out there. It's gonna, I think Miles Bridges, that's gonna be one of his favorite targets now, because LaMelo gonna be throwing him oops like crazy. That's gonna be fire. I'm not gonna lie. I'm mad. because Miles Bridges or Mikal Bridges, we could have got one of them instead of taking Kevin Knox. I was glad we got Kevin Knox because I listened to the reports that they had about the workouts where they said Kevin Knox blew these dudes out in the workout. Now, that shit, it didn't look true. You know, when everything is said and done, it didn't look like that was the truth. It looked like a justification for the Knicks to make the move, but it could have happened. We don't know. We wasn't there. And Kevin Knox is still young, and whatever they saw that day, whatever drive he had or whatever competitive spirit he had, maybe Kenny Wooten, I mean not Kenny Wooten, my man from that we got from Kentucky, the coach, I can't think of his name right now, Kenny something, but he could help. Word. So yeah, right now the Knicks, we are in the lower echelon. The Giants and the Knicks are in a similar situation. They are starting to finally get their shit together after some years. The Knicks is way longer than the Giants, but after some years of just not putting the right pieces in the right place, not getting the right pieces either. So now they're getting the right pieces, they're making the right moves, and we are in a position to solidify our future and keep our future going in the right direction with the assets we have, the way we've been managing the salary. Like everything we're doing is good. The people we've been hiring, you know, clearly when it came to that draft, like I said, because they turned the 27th pick and the 38th pick to the 23rd pick and like the 33rd or 30th, some shit like that. But we traded on that last pick. But we came off crazy with the two picks that we stood with, and we got more draft picks from the future. And I realized why we did trade that third pick, and that probably was why all along, even though we were fans, we didn't know this. The Knicks probably were always looking to package to trade the draft picks in some fashion or another, so that way they can make the moves that they needed to make because they weren't going to be able to have. They have a lot of players, and like I kept crying about too. If y'all noticed a few things I said came true. That's what I'm telling you, and this is without me having an inside track or anything. Now, for Knicks drafted Leandro Barbosa, like I told you. I told you that boy's nice, and watch, y'all gonna see, because now y'all gonna remember him, because y'all know who he is, because the Knicks drafted him and they traded him. They drafted him from another team. That was the pick. But that was crazy how I told y'all about him. And the Knicks touched him real quick, but they let him go. Cool. That's number one. Then I did bring up the Obi Toppin thing, was saying that that's the player that I really wanted. I hope that we could get him, and he fell in our lap. So, I've been telling y'all a few things. I'm not saying I know it all, but a couple of things that I've been saying, they have merit to them. You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, I was crying about Jared Harper and trying to figure out what we're going to do with him. And look, they gave him another two-way contract because we need to see what's going to happen with Jared Harper. What is he? What can he do? He was in the NBA. He can play. I think it was very smart that we signed the players that we did. Austin Rivers, we signed Theo Pinson. You know, some of the players that we signed is we could be flexible with as far as, and then the players that we have already. Because like Iggy, we got to figure out what role he'll play, what he could do. Theo Pinson might not be on the regular staff. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, same thing for Jared Harper. So about 3 or 4 of these guys, we know they might still end up back in the G League. Red said I always keep the sports future. That shit true though, Papa. You know I ain't lying. Nah, Red, I don't think the Red pardon me, Red, my bad. But I don't think that LaMelo's getting rookie of the year. I think Obi Toppin's gonna get rookie of the year, B. I think Tibbs is gonna let him play. Tibbs don't usually start rookies, but this is different. Obi Toppin is not a regular rookie, and he an older dude. He's 22. That's another reason why when people was sleeping on him, I'm glad that they were sleeping on him. 22 is perfect because he is already, and then he had a long road from college to the pros. He didn't like, he wasn't a high, a highly touted high school. He made it through his 4 years of college. He almost went to junior college to play ball. Yo, y'all betting. Yo, niggas is betting on. Yo, I hope you. Well, my shit ain't monetized right now anyway. I don't have enough people, but yo, nah, I don't want in on that bet. I got Obi. I got 5 on Obi. How about that? I got 5 on whoever won. I take it on all bets. Whoever want to bet me, Obi Toppin gonna be rookie of the year, $5. But you gotta put that shit in the chat now. Don't come at me at the end of the year when we never even established that we got to bet, motherfuckers. Come at me straight up right now. Word. I got 5 on Obi. Obi's gonna be rookie of the year. Nah, but I think a lot of teams they draft. This draft was funny because I really believe that a lot of the teams they really did pick the players that they needed. A lot of teams got players that they needed. Golden State, no matter what nobody says, that was smart picking Wiseman. Same thing for Anthony Edwards going to Mini. That was smart. All right, so both of y'all taking my bet on Obi? I copy. That's facts. It's in the books. Word, yo, a few teams, man. Killian Hayes went to Detroit. A lot of teams they did their thing with this draft. But I think that the Knicks were one of, if not the biggest winners, man, because the player that we got in the draft is, like I said, he's ready to come and contribute now and help all of the burden because he got 2 other young guys there that he could relate to and build with, like my man Splint was saying. And so they could carry this shit together. So, and then he was already talking about building bonds and brotherhoods and shit. So this kid got the right mindset because that's what it does take. You do got to have some type of bond with your teammates. Even if it's just on the court, chemistry and bonding is important. Now, off the court, y'all don't got to be friends. You don't have to eat dinner every day. But y'all do have to take the time to build some type of bond on that court and make sure that you establish chemistry. Nah. I know the chat is overseas. That's my point. That was my point of putting that on there and saying that shit, yo. Word. But it ain't for y'all, because I know that y'all niggas, yo, if Obi don't win, I know y'all coming to see me. I'm talking about other people that watch this after, because some people ain't on the live. They might watch the video later. And if they watch the video and hear me say, I bet anybody $5, I don't want niggas coming to me out the blue random talking about that. They took my bet, I owe them $5. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, yo, this cat, yo, they should call the people on me because I should be fucking this cat up. I'm a very patient human being. Y'all, I'm gonna make a video of this cat one day and I'm gonna put him on the channel so y'all can see how he be in here wilding. Like this is his own, he's a fucking parkour expert in here. He run around in here and do all kind of crazy shit, yo. He could jump his ass off too. So, like I said, no random bets. If you want to see me now. Hit me up and let me know you got 5 against Obi. I got 5 for Obi. Red G's, it's already on. Master Sprint, it's already on. Your best, you already know that's in the books. Yo, Red, I forgot about that. Nate Robinson, speaking of the Knicks. That's right, Nate Robinson, fight tonight. Yo, I don't know, man. I don't think that Nate Robinson should be trying to fight no. Yo, I know Nate Robinson is not soft. And I looked at his training. It looked cute. But that's a real fighter, bro. Jake Paul is a real. That's what he does for real. The way Nate Robinson plays ball. This is some secondary shit for Nate. I don't know, man. I know everybody got to fight. We all niggas. I know Nate could box a little bit, like I said, but oh man, I'm worried about Nate too. But I'm more worried about Roy Jones than Nate. Nate'll be all right. Nate'll be all right. Roy Jones, yo, it's probably over already. Yo, check to see if Roy got knocked out yet. I'm sure right now the fight should be over. They should have started fighting about. Yeah, Red. Jake Paul is not no slouch nigga. That's why, yo, man. I hope Nate is. I just hope he's ready. My point is this. Nigga, this nigga is fucking up that tank, yo. Not. I got this 10 hours. This cat is bad, yo. Yo, Jake Paul, he might knock Nate the fuck out. But you know what's crazy? On the low, I'm sitting here getting flashbacks of Nate Robinson just through the years. Nate Robinson is not pussy though, yo. He a tough little motherfucker, yo. They just revived Roy, for real? Stop playing. Yo, May 4th, what up, kid? My man May 4th was good. An original. That's an original right there. Yo, what's good? Yo, sometimes this shit is like lagging. My fault, y'all. It ain't me, it's YouTube, yo. Yo, man, I'm so happy. I had to take a break. Yo, man, I had to take a break because it was too much speculating, too much guessing. Yo, Snobb, my man Spin is over here going in on Roy Jones. Yo, man, stop playing about he was pronounced brain dead. Yo, stop playing, man. Let me know what happened, man. Did Mike Tyson, when did Mike Tyson knock him out? I think by the second round is over. Word up. But yo, man, yo, right. I agree. I really love the direction and the way the Knicks are moving, the way the management flip players like they was cracks. Some more players, you know what I'm saying? Flip the re, you know what I mean? Stretched it. Yo, did they fucking thing on all levels, man. I like the free agents we got. I like the fact that we got a core of young players that we're going to be moving forward with. So we got the right kind of players around them, defensive players, a couple of shooters, some veterans who know how to be professional to show them how to start trying to play good basketball that turns into winning. Nah, Brad, my son, I ain't going to front. Yo, I know they not playing. Like I said, I was just saying here as I was explaining to you, and I do remember, yo, Nate Robinson is not pussy and he's not scared. So he is gonna go and he's gonna bring it to Jake. But Jake just has the advantage, man. That's some shit. Yo, nah, you're right, man. We did upgrade every position. We did. And like I said, the people that we kept, they didn't execute well last year, but they have executed better in the past, which is why we gave them the contracts we gave them. I'm speaking about Bullock and I'm speaking about Alpha Payne, really. And of course, with Frank and Knox, those are guys that we still need to be patient. I think this should be like the last year that we see what Frank could do now that he has Tibbs there, and we see if Frank actually starts to get it. And as for Knox should get another year or two because, you know, everybody doesn't come into the league on fire. I love we got Obi Toppin, Mitchell Robinson, RJ Barrett, smash. We working on a consistent backup. Maybe, like I said, Kevin Knox falls into place. We just in the right position right now, like I said, for these guys to start learning how to play winning basketball, play defensive basketball with Michael Kidd Gilchrist there. You got Burks. You got plus RJ plays D. You already know Mitch is a defensive player. And this will help. Theo Penson is another player that we signed that plays defense. Here's Randall now and Kevin Knox. Maybe they'll get it now. Maybe it'll come off a little better now with their Kentucky coach there. It's just a lot of situations where it's just positive, man. Finally, man. Yo, we are gonna be dangerous though. Yeah, right. Yes, we're very athletic. Everyone could dunk and hit threes. Right. Everybody is a very capable player. But the most important thing is, like I said, most of these guys are willing to play defense or are defense players. Noel, like I said, Pinson, Austin Rivers plays on both sides of the ball. He's not the best defender, but he gives an effort. That's why Tim signed him, because he knows that what he's going to get with him. There's not too many defensive stoppers in the NBA. We have one already, a Mitchell Robinson. So we can't. Guards are not stopping each other. There's no Gary Payton in the NBA right now. There's not too many players but we got guys that's serviceable, and I think it's a little bit. We're upgrading, like you said, Pop. We're upgrading every position. And Burks is a fuck on the low. Yo, it's gonna be nice watching with Elfrid Payton, Burks, Barrett, Toppin, and Mitchell Robinson is on the floor and it's going right. I'm keeping it 100. Thank you. I like my teeth too. So what else? I don't know. I want to see Frank, but I don't know if Frank is the point guard. Yeah, that's the only thing too. That's what I was. All right, what I was getting to right now, May, was Frank being in the situation he's in right now. I'm worried about if he's going to even last. This might be his last year with us because Tibbs does that 8-man rotation. You know what I mean? And with that being said, we know that's. I'm hoping Tibbs kind of has evolved a little bit and maybe swinging to about 10 players. Now, I don't think that Frank is a scrub neither, but I'm just worried about Tibbs giving him the opportunity, because he does that 8-man rotation shit, man. And we got Elfrid Payton and we got Austin Rivers. So does that mean Frank will play like the 3 and the 2? That's the same thing right now. People want RJ to play the 2. Well, I don't know. Is RJ a 2 or 3? Then what's up with Kevin Knox? Is that his spot, or is he out the picture? Yo, who the fuck is this? Hey, yo, who the fuck is Skippy the Clown? I gotta block a nigga already. I know you're not threatening with no lives. You think RJ too slow for the 2? Yeah, that's why they saying they want him to play the 3 right now, and maybe as time the 2. Yeah, well, guess what, Skippy? I don't play, and I'm not no fucking clown. So you keep that shit to yourself, man, all right? Do me that favor. I don't have no problem with you coming on here, participating. You can even make jokes, but be funny, nigga. Don't be stupid. Because then I'm going to go find out your real profile. We're going to see if you're really serious about all that. And not for nothing, if you kill me, I got sons. I'm going to get my revenge one way or another. So, don't matter. Now, I know I could block them, but I just have to say that real quick because, you know me, y'all. Ain't nothing soft here. You don't have to get rid of you, buddy. This is my first asshole. It happens right to everybody, yo. I'm official. I had an asshole that I had to block. Anyway, my fault, y'all. So word, bro. Back to what I was saying, y'all. Nate is 6'6". Nate is 6'6". RJ is 6'6", man. He gotta play the two. Like playing the three is a real disadvantage at some point or another. But right now, while he's young, he could do it. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. But at some point, he's gonna have to switch to the two. This is why RJ gotta get his shooting up. He gotta get his shooting up so he can play the two. At the three, we can still have him doing what he do. Play that little bully ball shit he do and get to the basket the way he do right now playing the three. Hey yo, you dead ass Nate Robinson got knocked out. Hey yo, stop playing. Yo, my fault everybody for my little bit moments of hesitation and shit. But I'm reading the chat over here, man, and it's popping over here. Niggas got jokes, I think, but my man just said Nate Robinson got knocked out. I don't know. Come on, Spin nigga said hard stopped in the locker room. Hey yo, stop playing, man. What happened, man? I'm not even over here. Yo, y'all niggas is crazy. Look, man. Yo, this live is different right here. This is different. Yeah, all right. Hit me with the updates on the fights, y'all. My fault, y'all. I know, this is a live right here. This isn't set for one topic. So, y'all my Knicks peoples, but y'all know I fuck with boxing. Y'all know I fuck with boxing. Yo, Nate, that's my fan right there. My man Split, yo. Master Split, that's my man right there. That's my brother. And Red G's, that's my son. Like, that's my blood. That's my child. So, yo, they're going to be regulated. Those are going to be my wrench boys. You getting one too, though, for people like that dude that I just had to block. Feel me? It's all good. It's about, the show is about to pop. That's another reason why I've been going for a minute. Feel what I'm saying? Because I've been upgrading on a few things. I got a little HD cam. I got some plans. My son is about to come up. Shout out to Red G's. I'm about to get futuristic on y'all in a second. I'm about to give y'all some fire content. I'm about to start editing videos and putting out. Y'all gonna see. Right now I've been working hard. Y'all just been putting in the work so that I'm capable of doing what I want to do. To execute these plans. Yo, I got plans for this show. I got some more shows coming up too. And I'm about to drop my EP in a second, y'all. Word, in case y'all didn't know, Phil Fax is a music producer. Word. I'm about to drop my EP with my squad, yo. But right now, y'all need to check out my son, Red G's, man. Word. You need to check him out on YouTube. Go to his channel, go to his page, and you need to become a member, his music is fire. I got the playlist on my channel that I got featuring his music. Y'all need to check it out. Word. But I've been working hard, y'all, so that way I could give y'all a better show right now. So that's all it really is right now. It's just been me working. I've been putting in a lot of hours, man. My boss been calling me. He's been losing people, and I've been covering. I've been getting that paper. I'm covering. Give me that bread. Word, well, we gonna have to talk, man. Yo, I wish Blockchain Boy hop on, man. Yo, shout out to my man Blockchain Boy, man, because that's another one of my peoples that's gonna be part of the team, man. He was hitting me with he was already doing some footage for me and shit. I appreciate it. But Yeah, man, we could definitely talk about that, man, because that's what I do. I do the same thing, man. I got the squad, man, and I like to feed my niggas different beats, man. One of my sons is a producer, another one is an MC. You know what I mean? So they be doing their thing. They got their shit. Reggie's. Look him up on YouTube. Check him out. You know what I mean? He got that fire. He got bars. He spits. He spits. You know what I mean? He got wordplay. You know his concepts. You know his thought behind what he says. It's not random nonsense. You know what I mean? He makes good music, man, and all kind of beats. He got shit on classic fire, and he got shit on new type shit that my son made. We got shit with me that we about to drop. Y'all gonna see? It's about to be on. You know, we gotta be humble, man. I don't like to talk about it. I like to be about it. So I've been putting in that work. You gotta make moves, man. When you make moves, everything else just falls into place, you know? Yo, kid, you already know what it is. You my heart for life, yo. You and your brothers, man. I love my boys, man. Y'all make me proud, man. Word. We got mountains to move, yo. We got shit to do. We about to do it. Ain't nothing but a thing. It's our destiny. Believe that. We got that seal, B. Believe that. We got that seal of God, kid. Believe that. You got that shit, kid. We ain't got to worry about nothing. We just got to do what we got to do. Do our part. You know what I mean? That's where it's at. Same thing like the Knicks. They got to do what they got to do. They got to do their part. Yo, I'm so hyped about having Obi Toppin, y'all, for real, though. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, this kid, yo, he got the potential. Remember what Amari did when he was playing with Raymond Felton for that little 50-game stretch? Just imagine we got a young dude that we going to have him from day one. Yo, we got to link up about all of that, yo. The Yankees, fam, they like the Giants, though. All the New York teams in the same position of we need the Yankees, though. We just got to get a few more players. The Yankees is almost there. The Yankees is ahead of everybody else in New York. They are always a threat to become a winner at any moment, and that's what's about to happen with them. The Yankees about to start winning. Don't stress it, man. Geez, we about to get another patch, another championship patch on the side of one of our fitteds. You know what I mean? Or snapbacks, depending on how you do it. You know, I do the fitteds, but snapbacks too. Don't get it twisted. But that's for my young G's. What they do, my young boys, they definitely go with snapback all day. But I do both. That's another thing I made. I fucking love you. That's why I love you. That's exactly what I've been trying to tell people. Stop thinking you know everything. You don't know if Obi Toppin just because his team did not ask him to be a defensive stopper, and because he was capable of dominating on one end of the floor, doesn't mean he's not a capable defender. And he already knows that's his shortcomings, and that's one of the first things he already talked about going to Tibbs to learn and to work on. I have no doubt that Obi Toppin's defense, playing with Mitchell Robinson, watching and learning things from him, man. You right, man. You right, bro. He's underrated because, like I said, people don't know what was asked of him, but people always assuming things and running their mouth with, made up opinions that they try to turn into fact. And you don't even know if that's a fact. You don't know if that's a circumstance. Like I said, in basketball, especially if you've never been a coach, see, and if you never played on that team, people have roles, bro. People have roles. Coaches give players roles, and there's certain times and certain things that players are asked to do. And that's what it is, because that's what that coach feels needs to be done. Regardless if the team or the player, sometimes the players don't agree. But still got to go out there and do what the coach says. Well, guess what? their ass gonna be sitting on the bench. Same thing like the kid Tyrell Terry. Everybody learned about him. See how I made that video about him? I made the video about Tyrell. Now my connection is unstable. This is some bullshit. Yeah, y'all, my fault, man. Like I was saying though, Tyrell Terry, I was telling y'all about him. You see how he became a hot commodity towards the end of the, when it got closer to the draft. I told y'all that was another kid that was nice. Cassius Stanley. I told y'all about a few of these kids, man. That was nice. You know what I mean? He does. Like I said, we don't know what his assignments was, but clearly he has defensive potential. And his willingness to put his talent and athleticism more toward the defensive side now that he's on the Knicks, there's nothing but positive things that could come from that. Nothing at all but positive things. So I'm not worried about that. Because even if he gives more effort, that makes him a better defender than what he was. And that's good with me. And the same way, when there's going to be points where I'm sure he'll be picking up the slack for the team when it comes on offense, there'll be times where maybe he might miss an assignment here or there, and someone will have to cover for him. Everything is going to fall into place, man. Like I said, we headed in the right direction. We got a very good coach. We got awesome fucking upper management now. Yo, we got an owner that spends money. We good. We headed where we need to go. Word. And now nobody won't be on no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because the organization is diverse like a motherfucker. It ain't a bunch of just black guys running it. So now maybe the media will fall the fuck back and leave James Dolan alone because they mad because he hanging with the brothers too much and showing the brothers too much love or whatever it is. But they need to leave Dolan alone because right now he hasn't been interfering and I don't think he will because he don't need to anymore. This is it. You're on the right way. You're on the right wave, pardon me. And I believe that, I'm telling y'all this right now, within the next 5 years, we're going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals, trying to push towards getting a chip. And we continue as it goes, and I believe Tibbs is going to get us to the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, will he be the man to take us all the way? I don't know. But I believe that we are on the cusp of heading in the direction of glory finally. And I'm dead serious when I say that. Because not since Patrick Ewing, not since drafting Mark Jackson or Ross Strickland, have we drafted someone drafted, not traded for, drafted someone that we know is going to be here and carry this team for years to come until that next guy comes. We got somebody like that now. And we have more than one like that now, actually. And man, that feels great, yo. That feels great. I'll have all the confidence in the world in RJ, Mitchell, and Obi Toppin. Those three players right there, having that right there, you can't tell me nothing now. You can't tell me nothing. Yo, and you know what? I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm not even worried about health because you know what? That's part of sports. They all going to be injured. There's going to be shit going on we don't know about. As long as there's nothing major and they're available and it's not career threatening, we're going to be good. We're going to be good. I really believe that, y'all. I'm not bugging out. I've been the Knicks front office since, yo, man, listen. I've been around for a minute, man. I remember when Ernie Grunfeld played for the Knicks before he became the motherfucking the GM. For real. Word. I remember when Ernie Grunfeld played with Chuck Robinson and all of those dudes on the Knicks with Bernard King And since them days, man, we've been having bad luck. Because when we drafted Patrick Ewing, we lost Bernard King. And, yo, it's never been right, yo. That's why when we had Oakley and Ewing and Starks and we made that run the way we did and we had that team that we had, we were fucking grateful, man, because those dudes worked hard to be where they were. Those dudes were spicing to make that happen, that those moments happen, because they weren't. The NBA wasn't giving us shit. That all happened because each one of those dudes contributed and made that shit happen. And that's why it breaks my heart the way Oakley be trying to dog niggas now. I don't know what's up with Oakley, man. He's too narcissistic, man. I know that's a word I use a lot lately, but that's because that's a personality type that's really rampant right now. Seriously. But I miss the old setup of the Knicks. And then the same thing with Sprewell. When we got Sprewell, do y'all remember the sabotage that Allen Houston was doing? Do you remember? Like, Allen Houston refused. Yo, not for nothing. Allen Houston, there wasn't shit. There was not one thing on that court Allen Houston could not do and not do well, especially dribble. But when Latrell Sprewell came, Allen Houston was so intent on keeping his position as shooting guard. Instead of taking over point guard responsibilities, which didn't mean he wouldn't be able to score, because look at how point guards play today. Allen Houston could have been that dude that could have been handling the ball whenever he wanted to and getting the team involved and still getting his points. And I believe that that's what messed up the Sprewell and Houston era, because they didn't have the same type of thing going on that Patrick Ewing and Oakley and them had. It was more ambition going on. Sprewell was just on his. He was trying to win. He was trying to make a point to the league, period. But Allen Houston didn't want to be a part of that. He had his own agenda, man. And I'm not mad at him for that. He's doing what he's doing. He's the corporate man. My man Sprewell, they still gave us a legendary time, man. Now, I'm not going to lie. Allen Houston, but that was the thing. We weren't really... The Knicks still have such a good team defensively with Camby. We had Larry Johnson. We had good players that Allen Houston's defensive, because he couldn't stop any of the tools either. So him, at least with the point guards, he would have had some height advantage. I just think that it really messed up a possibility of what could have been if Allen Houston would have been more willing to try to expand his role on the team. I don't think that he looked at it the right way. He looked at it as being demoted, I believe, or something being taken away from him, when in reality, the team was really dependent on him even more. So either way, I really think that was just a sucker moment. And people have sucker moments. He's entitled to that. Like I said, I'm not mad at him anymore, but I'm just thinking about it in retrospect. Allen Houston, he didn't want to seize the opportunity to become great. He was comfortable with what he was. And that's whack, but it's all good. Yo, that was another thing, man. Camby was so good, man. We needed one more center. Patrick Ewing's health issues, man, that shit really messed us up, man. Man, can y'all imagine if Patrick Ewing would have been healthy? And problem too, if they could have convinced Patrick Ewing to understand what was happening around him, and for him, that there was still a part for him to play and a role for him to play in the success for the team. It didn't have to fall all on his shoulders anymore. And I don't think that the transition was brought to Patrick Ewing the right way. I think that's why Van Gundy left. That's why it was all of this extra shit. touched on in public that we don't get to know about, or they probably don't bring up, like straight up. I mean, there's been interviews that I've watched where, they kind of beat around the bush and get to that. That's what made me come to this conclusion. But there was clearly things that didn't happen that needed to happen to make Patrick Ewing feel comfortable with Sprewell coming in and, the changing of the guard on the team. The way they traded him to Seattle for Glenn Rice, that shit was fucked up, y'all. That was real whack. The way it felt, just seeing him in a Sonics jersey. Patrick Ewing didn't belong in no other uniform. And I could say that right now because back then was different. It wasn't like now where players moved around. When Patrick Ewing retired, he shouldn't have retired on Orlando or wherever he did end up. He was supposed to retire a Knick, like never leaving the team ever. And that just goes to show you that we were being run in such a horrible fashion all those years, man. Stuff like that should not happen to one of your most legendary players. It's nice to see Ward Clyde Frazier be a part of the organization, but he's the only one. And I love Ward Clyde Frazier, man. I really do. I mean, I'm not saying this to try to shit on him or his position. I'm just saying, he's the only one. I worked at the Garden. Around. LJ's around, Spree comes through, Starks is there, Allen Houston is there, but we don't see them. You know what I mean? The people don't get to really, we don't know this. The Knicks don't sell and show that tradition that they do have going the way the Boston Celtics have, or the way the Lakers do it, where they show you and they constantly put in their legends and their great players and their great teams. They constantly remind you, and they're always giving these guys accolades, and it's just messed up with the Knicks that, we're not really aware of anybody. We don't get to see anybody on a regular basis but Ward Clyde Frazier. You got guys, they got to go on YouTube channels and podcasts to get love, and that's kind of whack. That's just me, though. I'm just saying. I know niggas be getting a little spotlight on MSG every once in a while, but it ain't enough. It ain't enough. Yeah, nah. You got to realize something, though. Pat wasn't past his prime. He was in his prime when he played with Oakley and Mason. But yes, he was past his prime with Sprewell and Houston. But he still could have played a role on that team. Because if you remember, but the injury is what really hurt that situation more than Pat's willingness. But he was still fighting the transition. And when we played the Spurs and we lost to the Spurs, had Patrick Ewing been healthy and had Patrick Ewing been willing to understand a chance against San Antonio. But because Pat got hurt and he didn't make it past, I think he played in the Heat series, was the last series he got to play in because he was hurt. When we went to San Antonio, he wasn't available. And so Camby got killed by Duncan and Robinson because we didn't have another center. That I can't think of anybody. There was no other center on the roster. So we got killed, man. We got killed. Duncan and Robinson was too tall. It was just too much for Camby. And then Duncan, he got Camby back for the national championship. He got him back. He killed us. And I just always thought, damn, what if Pat would have been healthy, man? What if Pat would have just chilled when he got healthy and just stayed with us instead of going and playing on other teams? Could that team have still made a run? Remember, they made that run in 99. I don't think we traded Pat till 2001. I mean, it was definitely not 99 when we traded Pat. We made it to the finals in 99. So it didn't have to end that way, like I said. But right, we are due for a chip. I don't mean to like linger on and pander on and all of that, y'all. But I just want to give y'all a little bit of insight on how I saw what was happening at the time. You know, I remember going to see when John Starks and Anthony Mason were trying out for the team, and it was summer league games, and I was going to the summer league games. My dad used to be work corporate, so he used to get all kind of tickets for the Yankees and the Knicks and shit at the Garden all the time when I was a teenager and I was young. So I was lucky, man. It's not fun to take my friends to games and all that. That's no bullshit. My pops used to hook it up. So I got to go to summer league. One summer he gave me tickets the year that we got Mason and Starks. Man, I forgot what year that was, man. That might have been like 88, 89 or some shit like that. Um I forgot it was one of those summers, and I remember I went to like 2 or 3 games. I went to almost every summer league game they had. Well, it was preseason games. Pardon me. Back then it was preseason, and I just remember seeing how good Mason and Starks was. Each game I went to and was like, yo, those dudes is gonna make the team, and they made it. You know, they really did make the team. Like you could see them stand out, but you don't know what the Knicks are gonna do, especially when it's preseason and they trying out players and shit. So it was cool to see those two dudes elevate to the way they did and see the different pieces that the Knicks had come together, that everybody's background wasn't traditional. John Starks packed bags, you know what I'm saying? Mason was a fucking junior college thug. Um, Patrick Ewing, Patrick Ewing is such a great basketball player. Um, People don't realize how much of a handicap he had and how him turning into the type of player, how great he was. Because Patrick Ewing, if you didn't know, Patrick Ewing didn't learn about basketball until he was 13. All right, so that's number one. Well, we know that out here, we be raising our kids from day one with the ball. We've all, even me, I had a miniature basketball court when I was a little kid in my room. Everybody did in the hood. You had the little shit that they used to bring them outside and all of that and have full courts, all of that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Little plastic basketball courts, some of them had breakaway rims, all of that, whatever. Just think, Patrick Ewing went his whole childhood without ever seeing that or doing that. He just played soccer. That's number one. Number two, handicap that he had. How many of us know tall dudes that are not coordinated, that they have a hard time with their hand, foot, and eye coordination? So you take that also into consideration with not knowing about the game at all until you're 13, and you awkward age where you in growth spurts and all kind of other shit going on, and they start teaching you how to play basketball. Patrick Ewing was a defensive juggernaut. He didn't have an offensive game though when he came into the NBA. In college, the nigga was no joke on defense. Anybody that was around or watched ball back then knows that's the truth. Patrick Ewing had no offensive game. He'll block the shit out your shot, he'll dunk it, all of that, but he didn't have a jump shot. He didn't have all of that stuff that he developed for the Knicks after he got drafted and found out that he wasn't going to be able to play with Bernard King because Bernard King got hurt. And we know what happened there. So Patrick Ewing had to develop an offensive game. Third handicap. The dude had to switch up his whole game to carry the franchise because so much was dependent upon him at that time. Everybody looked at him as a savior. And he was supposed to be coming to play with Bernard King. And that never happened. It became his team. And he did a hell of a job, man. You got to give him that. You got to give him that. So all you people that talk shit about Pat, that he's a bum, he don't got no ring, and all that sour shit you be saying, go suck your mother. I think that's what Pat will tell you. So on that note, y'all, I've been on here for a while just blabbing, but I just had to keep it 100. Yo, Red, I love you all day. Yo, May 4th, I appreciate you holding me down. Um, I'm gonna start uploading some videos. I'm gonna record some joints for y'all because I have some things I want to talk about. I'm about to talk about a lot more boxing because boxing is getting hot and heavy, and y'all need to know about some of the details that's going on if y'all don't know. Quick side note too, and y'all know I talk about my boxing. I gotta bring this up though because I made some videos, and even though I'm gonna make a video addressing this, I just want to say this now. Yo, that dude Teofimo Lopez got me tight because after I don't change the stance I had on our behavior, but the fact that after I used him as a person to put in a position where I defended him and use him as my, I decided to use him as the main topic for my position. He goes and just becomes an idiot and says all kinds of stupid shit that I totally don't agree with. And once again, I do understand why my brothers feel the way they do because at the end of the day, there is prejudice, and whether we want to deal with it or not, things be happening because of it, and they deal with us. So that being said, I just want to apologize if I offended anybody and they thought that I was going against the grain because I wasn't. I was just saying that we shouldn't be guilty of the things that we don't want others to do to us. So I think that we should try not to be racist, but be logical about some of the things we say and the choices we make and things we do. That's really all I was trying to say. Because I felt like with the Teofimo, when he won the belt, it just became all this stuff about race. It just became a racial competitive thing that I'm like not really used to it being that way. I guess because things are different and people's opinions and it's getting out. Information is getting out faster. So it was an adjustment for me personally because I come from New York where it's already diverse and I hear different positions and different perspectives on different fighters and different fights. So I'm a little more universal about shit. But there's people that I have to realize where they come from that they don't have that kind of diversity or they don't have that kind of understanding being taught to them. So they just know how to look at things a certain way. So that being said, all I was trying to say was that us people that do know better need to be better. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Word. Now, right, I do feel like Lopez needs to get better at his words. I I I understand what he wants to prove. He wants to show he's a young bull and he's on top right now. And I don't think that people like it, but that's gonna happen, right? That means he's doing something right. The same way when Adrian Broner is obnoxious, or when moments, because sometimes Tank is obnoxious, sometimes Tank's be chilling. It just depends. I just don't like the Devin Haney, the trying to kill Teofimo for the sake of Devin Haney when, like, if you follow boxing, you know why certain shit happened the way it happened. I chose Teofimo and put him in a spot over Devin Haney. The reality was in his position. So he had to get in, he had to move back in the line. And so when Teofimo got to the front of the line, Devin Haney was tight, or people that are his fans was tight because they felt like Devin Haney should have been the one to. But that's not how shit life don't work like that. It worked out how it worked out. And that's all I was trying to say. But I'm hoping that Tiafimo don't make me look bad no more because I like him. I still like him. Like I said, I just don't agree with some of the things he was saying. But he's just trying to sell himself right now. And I get that too. I get that he's selling himself. And he doesn't know he's new to it. So bear with him for those who got patience. And for those who don't like him, I'm not asking you to like him. It's up to you. That's what boxing's about. You pick who you like and you root for them. But I like the kid. Um, I like Dev too, man. I already told you that. I like Dev and Hate, man. I want to see them fight. I want to see Tank fight both of them. I want to see a lot of fights. Boxing is dope right now. That's the lightweights. I ain't even get into the man. I'm gonna make some videos, y'all. So for now, you know what I mean? I've been on here an hour and a half because I miss y'all. You know, part of me for the people that ain't seen me in a while. And instead of me being more professional, I was over here bugging out with my fam. But once again, I missed the live. And the Sports Snob is back. Snobby Sports. And for the fans, I'll be back soon as possible. And you know why? Because I got it like that. Peace, players.